Planning. Planning is the work done to predetermine a course of action, in order to provide focus and direction for enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of the company. Planning is made necessary by rapid change of a. Technology, like web-based tools, broadband communications options, mobile access, b. Environment, like globalization, competition, marketplace, and c. Organization, like mergers and acquisitions, networks, outsourcing and alliances. Planning defines who, how, where, when, and using which resources to do the what work. Planning is divided into strategic planning and operational planning. Strategic planning. Strategic planning defines future activities, which are worth doing by the unit or company, to assure that the company applies its resources, like skilled manpower, time, money, physical resources, equipment, facilities, business relationships, effectively to achieve its short-term and long-term goals. Strategic planning questions. What are the company's vision, mission, and value system? What specific goals like profitability, market share, sales, technology leadership position, global penetration, to accomplish by when, with what investment and which technology? Which new or improved product streams to offer by when, considering product life cycle? Product life cycle. On-screen graph, between time and sales, shows the entry, growth, saturation, and decline of the product as the time move on. Mission and vision. Mission. Why do we exist? Whom are we serving? What do we do to serve them? Vision, company aspiration. Market capital. Business standing. Ranking in industrial sector. Market share. Others. Sample corporate values. Following are the sample corporate values. Innovation. Honesty. Quality. Social responsibility. Continuous improvement. Stability. Collaboration. Accountability. Trust and openness. Quality of work life. Empowerment. Initiative. Diversity and equal opportunity. Respects for others. Open communications. Continuation of strategic planning questions. What core technologies, like design, production, distribution, service, to maintain, develop, acquire, and/or apply? Which business networks or partnerships to create, suppliers, co-marketing, production, logistics, service? With which performance metrics to monitor corporate progress? Tools for strategic planning. Market research. SWOT analysis. Sensitivity analysis, like what-if scenarios, Monte Carlo. External benchmarking. Technology forecasting. And product life cycle analysis. Operational planning. Operational planning defines tasks or events to be accomplished, with the least amount of resources within the shortest time, to assure that the company applies its resources efficiently, to achieve its short-term and long-term goals. Operational planning questions. What is the most efficient way of accomplishing a project or task with known objectives, doing things right? How to link up with 3 best suppliers in the marketplace for parts needed? What are the operational guidelines for performing specific work? Tools for operational planning. Project management including action planning. design, test, and analysis procedures, and operational guidelines. Figure shows the steps involved from starting to finish. Sample performance metrics. Customer-related, product defect count, satisfaction score, product life cycle cost. Process-related, time to market, unit product cost, number of new products per year. Financial, gross margin, profitability, ROE. Employee-related, turnover ratio. Competition-related, market share, cost of innovation, growth rate. Question number 2.6. Quality may be defined differently by different people in a company. Explain why that is usually the case. Which quality definition is the correct one for the company to adopt? Activities related to planning, forecasting, action planning, issuing policies, and establishing procedures. Forecasting. To estimate and predict future conditions and events, example, technology, products, marketplace customers, competition, and economy, global supply chains, manpower, capital, and facilities. Purposes of forecasting. Set bounds for possibilities to help focus on specifics. Form basis for setting objectives. Promote intergroup coordination. Provide basis for resources allocation, manpower, budget, facilities, and business relations, alliances, joint ventures. Induce innovation through forecasted needs. Steps to forecast. Identify critical success factors for achieving company goals. Determine forecasting horizon, short, intermediate, and long terms. Select forecasting techniques, example, trend analysis, statistics, intuition, judgment. Predict future states and their probability of occurrence. General comments on forecasting. Major economic events tend to change gradually over time. Future events tend to result from current and past occurrence, in the absence of disruptive changes, example, wars, natural disaster, technology breakthrough. Important sources of market information, customers, sales, production, service people. Criteria for future-oriented ideas. Consistency with company's objectives. Technical feasibility to implement. Financial viability. And marketplace compatibility. Technology forecast. Impact of new technology on business performance is difficult to forecast. Engineering managers are in the best position to do forecasting. Teams of people with divergent experience, exposure, and broad perspectives may have a better chance to accurately forecast the future technology impact. Examples of challenging questions. Will the next waves of new products be the smart appliances? What will be the impact, if many products are made smart, as the processors are getting more powerful and intelligent devices getting smaller and more mobile, example, RFID. What might be the impact of nanotechnology? How about the info-imaging technologies? Any value of the molecular computing, companies like Hewlett-Packard and IBM are working on? How to gauge the impact of pervasive computing on the consumer markets, as IBM is developing rings, earrings, bracelets, eyeglasses and other miniature devices to provide access to Internet. How quickly will PCs lose market values, once alternative devices are becoming available to access Internet and home appliance, purchase goods or services, and activate entertainment programs remotely. Technology forecasting, some guidelines for engineers. Read broadly and think deeply. Remain curious about new technological inventions and innovative applications. Ask critical questions and exchange ideas with networked professionals. Focus on potential applications of new technologies which could add value to future customers. Action planning. Benefits. 1. Focus on critical areas in need of management attention. 2. Select specific results to be accomplished. 3. Set metrics to facilitate measurement and control. 4. Clarify accountability and permit delegation. 5. Encourage teamwork. 6. Ensure the continuation of overall performance evaluation. Planning process. 1. Analyze critical needs. 2. Set objectives, what results to be accomplished. 3. Define metrics to measure performance. 4. Specify action steps, sequence and priority of tasks to perform. 5. Determine dates of task initiation and completion. 6. Develop a budget, resources to allocate. A. Analyze critical needs. Needs are to be defined with respect to position charter, duties, management expectations, and company goals. 1. Development needs. 2. Maintenance needs. 3. Deficiency needs. And 4. Strategic needs. Short-term and long-term needs. B. Set objectives. Objectives are set to satisfy the critical needs. Write results statement, example, what desirable future state to be in and by when. Objectives need to be specific and measurable, in order to be useful. C. Define metrics. Metrics are what takes to measure the attainment of the objectives, be reasonable and pertinent, write standard statement. Metrics need to be quantitative, using numbers, percentages, cost figures, resources parameters, external and internal. Metrics need to be defined with doers' participation and consent. D. Specify action steps. List major action steps, identify work contents, define sequential relationship between steps, determine resources requirements for each, specify expected results, and assign people to each action step, getting doers to agree. Evaluate risk for completing the steps planned, define contingencies to manage risks. E. Determine schedule. Determine dates of initiation and completion of each task. Allow scheduling flexibility, SLAG, to account for contingency, emergency, and other difficult-to-predict deviations from plan. Focus on management of critical path tasks to avoid any overall delays. F. Develop budget. Determine the basic resources units, man-hours, man-weeks, to accomplish each steps. Define other resources, such as computation, travel expenses, materials, experiments, equipment usage, pilot tests, contract services, support staff, management review, etc. Revise action steps, if projected cost exceeds value expected. Remarks on action planning. Involve doers in action planning. Apply computer-based tools, example, Microsoft Project, Timeline, to generate PERT or Gantt charts. Include risks and contingency steps. Iterate planning process until all parties, top management, doers, team leader, service providers, etc., involved are satisfied. Question number 2.1. On the eve of leaving his alma mater, Joe Engineer remembers the encouraging words of the commencement speaker, "Graduation is the happy beginning of an exciting life ahead." He is of course excited about his new Master of Engineering degree, which he received with honor. But he is also a bit confused about what to do now to make his new life exciting and happy. Apparently, what he needs is a road map into the future. How can you help him? Question number 2.2. Joe Engineer took a course while going to graduate school at sunny Buffalo. There, he learned the importance of planning. He knows that luck plays a big role in one's life. But he is convinced that a proper planning will help him to have an orderly progression in his career. He thinks that it would be cool to become an CEO at the age of 60 and retiring at 65 with a net worth of $10 million. He wants some guidance on career planning. How can you help him?